Live from the MOWM studio, Boom Broadcasting presents The Nightcap. And your host of The Nightcap, mouthing off with Mike.
Warning, the views and beliefs of the following program does not reflect the views of Boom Broadcasting. We give full creative control to our creators and do not believe in cancel culture. Viewer discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Nightcap presented by Boom Broadcasting. As you heard in that lovely, lovely intro video, I am mouthing off with Mike, and I've got a action-packed panel here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I've got 2 out of 4 sides of the ring, technically 5 sides. If I maybe I'm losing count, but nevertheless, I've got some 4 sides of the ring representation. I've got the founder, the real founder, Markus, and I've got the one they call the Savage. I've got Brandy effing Savage. My 4 sides of the ring, brothers. How are we doing tonight?
Doing good.
Doing good,
man.
Doing real good.
Yeah.
I love it, fellas. And of course, you've seen him on Mouthing Off with Mike. He is the host of Derrick's Wrestling Toys and Tees. Make sure you subscribe to him on YouTube. I've got Derrick the Devastator. How you doing tonight, my man?
Hey, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on the show.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks for coming on. And Podcast Mini, thanks for viewing. Ooh, that intro. I love to hear it, folks. We're cooking up some things here on the Nightcap. We are live on the Boom Broadcasting social medias. I'm talking Twitter, I'm talking Facebook, and I'm talking YouTube. And we're going to talk a little bit about NXT Heatwave, fellas. What did you guys think of the show before we get into everything tonight? I'll start with Derrick the Devastator.
I really think it was a solid, good show. I mean, every match was a very, very good match. And I think from top to bottom, it was a great overall PLE for NXT.
I like it. I like to hear it. I agree. Markus, how'd you feel about Heatwave?
Yeah, gotta agree with the Devastator, man. Just really, really well put together from start to finish. I think every match was just exciting to watch, entertaining. Nothing slipped. Maybe that main event, but nothing slipped like Money in the Bank. So gotta give it to Heatwave and Shawn Michaels.
Man, saying some things about that main event, which we'll cover here shortly. Brandy Savage, what did you think about NXT Heatwave?
I gotta say, man, it for being a PLE after a WWE main roster event, it held its own. It delivered.
All right. Well, I would agree, and it's so far from what I've been seeing on social media, that's been the common consensus that Heatwave might have beat out Money in the Bank. We'll talk about it here in a little bit. We got people filing in. Let's get into it, folks. Pre-show match. We saw Carmen Petrovic and Ariana Grace, Toronto's own. Both of these women are from Canada, so they're making their home country debut, their hometown debuts. They're going to take on JC Jane and Jasmine Nix, and they actually got the win here, fellas. What did you think about the pre-show match? Did you guys watch the pre-show? Were you able to catch it, or did the timing change screw you up at all? Got some head nods from 4 sides of the ring. Derrick, did you catch it?
I'll let one of the 4 sides answer first.
Yeah, definitely caught it. Definitely want to say Ariana Grace is a star. People should not sleep on her.
I agree. I mean, she gets it from her father, right? Santino
100%.
Marella. She's learned some things in her days.
100%.
Brandy Savage, what'd you think about the pre-show match?
I think she gets her charisma from her father, but she has the she was the match. I felt like she said it after the match. I'm the MVP of that match, and she wasn't wrong.
Ooh, Derrick, thoughts?
I gotta go with both of them for saying Adriana Grace. She is just going to be a big star.
Okay, I agree. I enjoyed this match, fellas. You know, good cheap pop for the hometown ladies. Gets them on the card, gets them elevated and more people talking about them. I know Ariana Grace, she's the talk of the town. I agree. She's big to do, man. I like Carmen. I think she's super underrated. She's very athletic. So I enjoyed the pre-show match. To be honest, fellas, I just feel like that street fight with Mia Yim and Jada Parker should have been here on this Heatwave card, but the rest of the card was really solid. See, Derrick's in agreement with me, fellas. We had a North American Championship match. We saw Wes Lee take on the ruler, Obafemi, fellas. And let me tell you something. If you didn't know, if Wes Lee did not win this match, he doesn't get to compete for this NXT North American Championship anymore as long as the ruler is ruling NXT. We'll start with Derrick this go around. What'd you think about this match here, my man?
I'd say it was a great opening match. Wesley truly held his own against Obafemi. I mean, he's just pulling out all the stops as usual. But like you said, Obafemi, I mean, he is just unstoppable. I mean, there's no penetrating that mountain. I'll tell you that right now.
I love it, Derrick. I love it. I mean, he is quite a man, a big meaty man, and he goes out there and he's not afraid to ragdoll guys like Wesley. Markus, the founder. What are your thoughts?
Oh man, my dude, Obafemi, hands down, probably does his job best as a powerhouse. Wesley, hats off to him for definitely making Oba just look like that powerhouse. The match was fantastic. I do like the fact that Wesley did lose this match because now we get to see him chase bigger things like he should be chasing. Man should have been chasing NXT title a long, long time ago. I get it.
Right.
North American Championship's your baby. I totally understand. But that's beneath you right now, my guy. You need to be chasing bigger and better things. So hopefully that comes for him.
I agree. Brandy, your thoughts?
Follow up what the founder said. Wesley, he's a star, and he got to, showcase that his baby, his pride and joy, is now in the hands of somebody possibly better. He's the greatest, quote unquote, best North American champion, and now Oba just beat that guy, so Oba can go on and say that.
Bold take. I like it. I mean, it's true. NXT, Wesley, longest reigning North American champion, one of the top dogs for a long time in NXT. I enjoyed this match. Were a couple slip ups in it where I was like, ooh, but other than that, I'm not one that harps on that. I know. Well, I'll save that for the social media crowd. They can nitpick all they want and pick spots and all that stuff. I mean, you get in the ring and try to do some of the stuff that these guys and gals are doing. I know these two boys were in the ring very recently here at an ECPW show on the East Coast. So while I have them here, I'm gonna bring it up here. A little sidebar. I was calling Michael Davis the founder. Unbeknownst to me, we already have a founder in the circle, and that's Markus and Anders. So no disrespect to the founder. I don't want to end up on the founder's list because you never want to end up on his list, man. He's a scary guy.
Not a good look.
He's got 8 people that could jump me at any given time, so I got to watch myself. I love it, guys.
Listen. Hey.
I hear you.
If Mike Davis wants to be part of the Founders Club, welcome to the club.
There you go.
He wants to be. We're workshopping something else for Mikey Boy. He might end up being me and him might end up butting heads one of these days. Little Stone Cold McMahon rivalry. You never know what could happen.
Oh my God.
But listen, fellas, we had another NXT North American Championship this time for the women's, and I predicted on my show this past week that it was going to be Sol Ruka's time. She was going to ride her surfboard into the sunset and become the new champ, but I was wrong. Kalani Jordan retained. Was this the right decision? Brandy Savage, I'll start with you, my man.
I mean, first off, you can't have Kalani lose on her first PLE with the belt.
Valid.
It's just, you know what I mean? It's a little too soon, and I think for Sol Ruka, she was my call from the jump with the belt. So I don't think her time is done with that belt, or her time chasing that belt is done.
Okay, respect. How about the founder? What do you think?
I mean, yeah, just like Brandy said, you're not really going to have Kalani lose her first debut, but also she's their biggest babyface on that roster right now. And Sol is also a babyface, but Sol has time. Sol can get it whenever she wants. So, they had an incredible match. I think Sol looked phenomenal. That 450 clothesline was just outstanding. It was beautiful. It was just so beautiful. Kalani, she's getting better. She's getting way better. All the training that she's doing backstage with Carmelo, so it looks like it's turning out. So I hope really big things for Kalani, but I also hope really big things for Sol Ruka as well.
Well put, Markus. Derrick, thoughts on this match?
Great decision for Kalani to be still be champion. And I gotta say, that match is for me one of the matches of the night. These two had crazy chemistry together. I mean, the close pinfalls, the movement that they both have, and especially Kalani Jordan is working to be a great counter or reversal type wrestler. I mean, all the reversals and all the counters that she put up for by Soruka, and then she do her counter moves. She is going to be awesome.
I like it. Good points, man. Kalani and Solruka, prime example of when you get two women who are college athletes, gymnasts, highly athletic women. You put them together. They made some magic here tonight. I agree with the panel. These two are incredible. They even did a whole training montage together, which is, unheard of, when you look at a wrestling match, especially before a championship match. I don't know if you guys caught that on the pre-show, which I thought was very unique to kind of play things up between the two, and a lot of respect shown. But I would agree with Derrick. This is certainly an argument to be made for a match of the night. But for me, fellas, this was the match of the night. The NXT Tag Team Championship match, which saw Nathan Frazier and Axiom successfully defend their titles against the Chase U. But before we even get into that and the thoughts from the panel, I want to hit them with a new segment I'm testing out tonight on the Nightcap. Nightcap's all about experimenting, ladies and gentlemen. I told you things are going to get a little weird on the Nightcap, and it's Heatwave, so I'm hot and heavy. And I want to talk about the fast count. Why was Frazier late to NXT Heatwave tonight, fellas? Wrong answers only. I'll start with Derrick. Why was he late tonight? Tell the people.
I guess he didn't get the memo from Axel, I guess.
I like it. Mans did not get the memo from Axiom. Markus, why was Frazier late to Heatwave tonight?
One can only assume he went to go check on his mentor, Seth Rollins, and hopefully come up with a plan to defeat CM Punk.
Okay, interesting. He linked up with his boy Seth from his mentor. I like it. Brandy Savage, why was Frazier late to Heatwave? Wrong answer only.
I mean, man, he was probably missed his Uber brushing his hair or something.
That one might be the strongest candidate. I'll tell you right now. I think Frazier.
Okay.
I think Frazier might have been late because I think he was checking out the new city for Kendrick Lamar. He was scoping it out to see where Kendrick's going to put his throne in Toronto. Just saying. But back to the match. Back to the match at hand. This was my match of the night, fellas. Where do you feel that this match, fits in that? Do you feel this was a match of the night contender? Do you feel this was not a match of the night contender? I got Brandy shaking his head. I got Markus shaking his head.
Yep.
Thoughts, fellas? I'll let whoever wants to start.
This is one of those NXT tag team championship match, man, that you could just put up there as probably top 10 greatest tag team matches of all time for NXT. And that's saying a lot. You know what I mean? It's saying a lot with FTR, guys like that being up there. So this match was crazy. I think Chase U put on a crazy match with these guys to keep up. Duke Hudson's a stud. I've always said he was. I do think Chase U kind of holds him down, but he does his own with them. Andre Chase, another guy who's also just been killing it. Coming up. Axiom, formerly known as A-Kid from UK.
Yes, sir.
That mask saved his career. Telling everybody right now.
Oh,
that
absolutely.
saved his career because
That's a good callback.
Yeah, great callback because they're killing it. Frazier's killing it. These four guys had so much chemistry in the ring. It was a beautiful tag team match to watch.
I like it. Derrick, thoughts, opinions, analysis?
I would say another great match of the night candidate right here, in my opinion. I mean, we already know to respect from Axiom and Frazier. Both of them are great wrestlers. And of course, Andre Chase is straight up underrated, but still can go and still a great wrestler. And Duke Hudson, he was on fire most of the match. I mean, everything he does is just wow, just blows you away of the skill set that he's been doing, especially for a big guy. I mean, he's gonna be awesome. He's gonna be really good.
I agree. Brandy Savage. What are your thoughts here, my man? Any hot takes for us tonight with this match?
It's the funny thing is about tag team matches that they always come from like they have a harder mountain to climb when it comes to like, getting the match of the night, and they actually got it for me too. I think that was probably match of the night. Those guys were really they took over a lot. They had great storytelling, great chemistry, and
I like it. We'll go to some of these comments here. Alan, what's up, Mike? What's up, Alan? How are you tonight? Hopefully you enjoyed Heat Wave and you're enjoying the rest of your Sunday evening. We got good brother Jordan. Chase, you blew any and all expectations out of the water. A damn good tag team title match. I agree, good brother Jordan. Too sweet, my man. He's having some connection problems. He was supposed to join us here tonight on the Nightcap, but he will be back at a later date and time for his return with Mouthing Off with Mike. We're one of the best tag teams out there, I think. Maybe me and good brother Jordan can go ahead and take those tag titles off Frazier and Axiom. I don't know. Anything can happen these days. Fellas, I want to talk to you guys about a match here that I thought was incredible, but it's not getting the love it deserves on social media from what I'm seeing. And that was Lola Vice taking on Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne was able to retain that championship after, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a Pop Rocks on the table. I think there was about 5 Pop Rocks in this match, 5 or 6, maybe more. I should have always take the over, folks, when you're betting. That's your betting advice tonight.
Always go over.
I am not responsible for any money lost on any betting circumstances. I'll start off with the Savage one. My man Brandy, how'd you feel about this NXT Women's Championship match?
I mean, it was a great match, but I think like the funniest part of like any Roxanne Perez match is like the person doing the most selling isn't her opponent or her. It's Booker T. That dude is selling Roxanne Perez like God. Nothing else. It's like it's like I'm sold. You don't have like, and I swear 25% of her hype is him selling her.
That's a hot take. I like it. That's a good one for NXT tonight. That's a good one for the Nightcap. The Founder.
Oh man, I don't know. I was so hyped for this match coming up. I wanted Lola Vice to just win. I wanted somebody to take this title off of Roxanne because I believe she could do bigger and better things. But at the same time, oh man, this match was like, it was really, really slow. Really slow. It didn't pick up as fast as I wanted it to. Brandy's so right. Booker T was trying to save this on commentary. I think Roxanne just has she has that like that little person. I can't do anything. So it's just like everybody around her has to do the bigger things so she can look great. And I think WWE dropped the ball on this one. I think you had a time to put a title on a new person who's up and coming. She's a rising star. She beat Shayna Baszler, who's a former champion. If she would have beaten, Roxanne Perez, maybe you have a storyline to tell there with Jordan Grace down the road. But it's like, what is next for Roxanne Perez? I know people want the Julia match, but you're just gonna have Julia come into NXT and just wreak havoc and take over. That's going to be boring. You're not going to want that. And the IWC is just going to shit on it the entire time.
Interesting. Very interesting thoughts there. There's some things I want to address, but we got to let Derrick get his thoughts in here with Lola Vice, Roxanne Perez. I know you're a big Lola Vice fan, Derrick. I saw you got the shirt, 6 shirts. She's got a 6 shirt. Were you disappointed that she did not win tonight?
Oh, man. Yeah, I was a bit disappointed, but I really think for the most part, I think both of the sides are saying the same exact thing that everyone's been saying. I think Booker T is overselling this match and trying to get Roxanne over way too much. And I'm thinking to myself, I think Lola will try to do her best to get Roxanne over, but Booker beats her to it. So it's like, what can you do?
Interesting. Yeah, Booker T was definitely on one tonight. I mean, he must have been enjoying his time in Canada. You know how it would be up in Canada. He was rocking the sick handlebar stash too, fellas. I don't know if you guys saw that. He's so cool, dude. But yeah, I agree. He was doing the most tonight. I do agree. It was a little bit slower of a pace match. I enjoyed it because when you have those slower paced matches, those big moves really are impactful. You know, that pop rocks on that table. I was like, oh, you know, I enjoyed it. So I might be on the other side of this panel. Markus, you took the words out of my head, dude. You got to get out of my head, okay? Because I was gonna say, and I was gonna ask you guys, no Julia appearance tonight at Heatwave. I had felt that maybe we'd see her pop up in the crowd, do a little old school NXT camera shot, showcase one of the hottest signings in women's wrestling to date, but no Julia. And Markus also said that Julia's not going to come in here and run Rav Shot and she's going to go right to the title. He thinks that's boring. Really, Markus? You think that's not the right decision for Julia?
Not at all. I mean, you think about it, IWC gives everybody crap when AEW does it, right? Oh, God, you just signed him and he's going for the title already. So you're going to do the exact same thing that your opponents are doing or your rival is doing. Julia is an outstanding professional wrestler. I think all of us know that. But at the same time, it's just like, we all know what WWE does. It's you come in and they hit you with the Men in Black, flashlight. None of her past has mattered, right? So if you're going to do that, you got to build her up. I need a story. She just can't come in and challenge Roxanne Perez for the title.
Okay. All right. I like it. So you're saying, you know, basically apply that same logic. If people are going to nitpick that for AEW in that similar situation, more than likely you're going to see people nitpick it, you know, on that flip side for WWE. I could see that point. You know, to be honest, we all know WWE, for the most part, they're not booking for the IWC, but there has been those splashes that appear where you're like, ooh, that was fan service. They wanted to give us some fan service. Good brothers, booking like a Mark, friend of Boom Broadcasting and Mouthing Off with Mike. Mouthing Off with Mike is the champion predictions for now. I'm in a little prediction group here with some good brothers, and I actually won tonight on the prediction. So I get some bragging rights at least till the next premium live event or pay-per-view until someone creams me. Listen, I hear you and I see you. I think the direction for Roxanne is troublesome because they don't want to have her drop that title, because then what does she have to accomplish in NXT? Maybe a North American women's title run. But I think Roxanne's been ready for the main roster. They just don't want to put her there because of how young she is and also the consistency of booking when it comes to NXT stars. Do you feel that that's where they're at with Roxanne right now, where they're kind of like, we can't get her there. She's ready, but she can still do things in NXT, but she's also kind of like treading that ground where it's like, it might be time to make the move.
I don't think it's that. I just think it's the gimmick. I think without Booker T, it doesn't sell. So on main roster, it won't sell.
Okay. That's a bold take. We're going to have to, oh, okay. We got fake scan. We got spam comments here tonight in the comments. Always fun. Folks, anything can happen on the nightcap, and I guess you got people trying to be weirdos. We got the NXT Championship Fatal 4-Way. Trick Williams, the champ. Whoop that trick. No.
Yeah.
See, now it's too tired. It's too tired. It's too late for the East Coast boys. I got a whole night ahead of me on the West Coast. They got their warm glass of milk ready. They're ready to go to sleep.
You're right.
You gotta be careful with the whoop that trick chance. Martin could go ahead and just unplug the internet on Brandy. We don't.
Yeah, for real.
You don't want to cause no issues.
And they were roommates. Listen, fellas, the main event here. Spectacular main event. Trick Williams defended the title against Ethan Page, Sean Spears, and the young OG, Javon Evans. And in an absolute shock, Ethan Page is your new NXT champion. And I predicted it from day one, folks. It was coming. We'll start with Derrick. We'll go to Markus. We'll go to Brandy. Derrick, are you satisfied with the conclusion to NXT Heatwave and the main event?
Wow, that was kind of surprising ending, but I definitely kind of expect All Eagle to win, because I feel that I think for Trick, he did an awesome run as champion. So I just feel that, you know, since it's in Canada, and you know they're biased about their stars, so might as well put the title on All Eagle. Makes sense.
I like it, Derrick. The founder.
I thought I'm so torn between this match because it was so great. Fatal 4-Way was so great. The finish was like, why? Just doesn't add up. It didn't make sense. The knee, and then Sean just watches the 3 count, holding trick. That's not your job. Like your job is to go in there and break that up. You're trying to win an NXT championship, Sean Spears. You weren't doing that. So that camera angle just looked really weird. It looked like you guys were helping each other in a tag team. Maybe that's the angle they're going to go with. I don't know. But I just really want to shout out, man, Javon Evans, the young OG, man, just really, really just killing it. NC bound, Carolina native, so it's just really cool to see him do awesome things. I mean, really, really good things. Kid is 20 years old, and I might say he was probably the best in-ring wrestler in this match tonight.
I agree.
Certainly.
Hot take,
100%.
and that's a valid hot take. He was. Brandy Savage, my main man. What do you think?
Yeah, man, certainly agree with Martin on Javon Evans being the best, the MVP of that match. But it's funny because I thought the only person the belt shouldn't have gone on was Ego. I knew Trick wasn't gonna win, and watching the match, the whole match, I'm like, Sean Spears should win this. He's killing it this match. He's despite Javon Evans, but it really is the age thing does come into play. He doesn't need it yet. He's gonna be a star.
Yeah.
But so I kind of agree with all that, but Sean Spears, I was watching this guy deserves to win the match up until the end of the match, and he's holding Trick. What was that about? It just made no sense to me. I just didn't get it. That part didn't make sense to me.
I'm on the other side of this, boys. I like the finish, and I'll be honest. I think Marcus is in the ballpark because they're going to do something with Sean. They're going to have to explain why Sean was, holding Trick. And I'll tell you, I think for me, it goes into Sean's character work, where he was saying in that promo a few weeks ago, where he's trying to help the talent of NXT reach their full potential. And that's what he was trying to do with Javon. And that's what he was trying to do with Ridge. Could be very well a psychological, a mind game with Ego to say well, look, man, I helped you get to that next level, and kind of play those games to maybe angle for an NXT championship match down the line, kind of in line with kind of where you guys were at. Did look a little off. I did like the way Trick sold it, though. Trick was losing his mind. He wasn't at that Drew McIntyre level of mad yet, but he was hot, man, and he was selling that passion for the title. So I thought it was very effective in that regard. Javon Evans is no doubt a future star. Say his name and he appears. Martin, welcome into the nightcap. Here he is. Roxanne would outshine the recent call-ups. Okay,
that's a hot take. That's
definitely a hot take.
It's true.
Hot take.
She outshines them in ring, but she doesn't outshine their gimmicks because she needs Booker T.
Yeah, that got history, of course.
Better tune into Four Sides of the Ring because I'm sure Martin and Marcus, the brothers of destruction, will get into this here. Michael Davis, the president, we'll call him the president now. He was upset Javon didn't win and more upset how Ethan Page won. So you're in agreement with your Four Sides of the Ring boys. So, and of course, Martin, once again, finally NXT has a champion that can wrestle. Wow. No hold bar tonight for Martin. Martin's actually going to join me on the NXT edition of the Nightcap later this week on Tuesday. So we're going to get to hear from him and his thoughts on Trick Williams' title reign. And I don't know if we do we really want to, Marcus, Brandy? Do we want to hear his thoughts?
He's not going to say anything. He's going to say what?
He's not going to say anything. Oh boy. Michael Davis, once again, this finish, it's such a Vinnie Mac finish. I don't think so. This finish had a lot of, I think this finish had a lot of layers, man. It was like an onion. There was a lot of different factors that went into that pinfall.
Yeah.
Sean Lucas, love me some Sean Lucas. He just dropped his wrestling podcast on Boom. Javon showed me that he's a star. I'm still upset that Sean Spears did not win. I was lost at the end of the match. All right, so comments are all pretty consistent here. They weren't a fan of the finish. My panel wasn't a fan of the finish. And Martin, last but certainly not least, Sean helped Trick because they're both from the other company. They got to look out for their own. Oh, Martin. What are we going to do with this man? Find him. Founder, it's time to find him. Time to find him.
He's going to be so upset when he realizes that All Ego isn't that good in the ring.
Okay, because him and All Ego are all elite. It's an angle. It was all along. It was Tony Khan all along, folks.
Tony, always want to get himself into some stuff.
I expected to see some TNA talent tonight. We didn't see any talent. Did that shock you guys?
Yeah, honestly, surprises tonight.
I'm shocked there was no surprises at all this weekend.
Yeah, seriously.
Me too. And Triple H hyped it up like, oh, there's gonna be mad surprises, y'all. You're gonna want to tune in.
It was Trish
No
Stratus.
surprises.
That was a surprise. That was a surprise.
That's it.
Money in the
In-
bank.
in Toronto.
Mother in the bank.
Surprise.
I will also say, Damian Priest. You see when Roxanne Perez and Lola Vice has a botch and they just go for it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
They breathe.
Just do that.
They get
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah.
They don't
Just do
show
that.
how mad they are over and over throughout the rest of the match.
Everybody wants to
That's a
blame
prime
production.
example.
Yes, that's true.
All the champion had to do was kick out, and that whole match would have been saved.
Just a little.
I mean, shit happens, with live wrestling. So I'm not critical of that. I will say though, Roxanne, she's so young in the game, but she has the awareness of a veteran because she's been doing it since she's 16. That really was impressive on my end. I have to give her flowers for that. She kept everything moving. Ethan Page winning was a surprise, and Cena coming out was a surprise. The president always wants to be a pain in my ass, dude. Cena deflated me for the rest of Money in the Bank. If anything, I was kind of depressed. I was like, damn.
Sad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was tough
Yeah,
to watch
that was-
the rest of the show and be like, wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My childhood is retiring. Like,
Hate
what
to
are
say
you
it,
talking about?
The guy who
That's
says never
crazy.
give up is hanging it up.
Oh,
Dang, yeah, he's hanging.
He's retiring. There's a difference.
There you go.
I said the
Nice.
words. I said the words hanging it up. I didn't say giving up. All right.
oh,
Yeah.
oh boy.
Hanging
Oh,
up
yeah.
like those things in the rafters up there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Give
Like
up.
I got him.
He's gonna be hanging it
go.
up like that.
Hang it up like that. Yeah.
He's-
You know,
You
I'll
get it.
have that. I'll have that new John Cena rally towel. You already know.
oh,
I'll
yeah.
have that
We all
one.
will.
Check
Oh,
the
yeah.
WWE shop affiliate link. Cheap plug. But listen, before NXT went off the air, post-credit scenes rolled. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody said his name tonight, but he still appeared, and I'm not talking Martin. I'm talking Joe Hendry
Mhm.
appeared tonight at the end of NXT Heatwave. So, fellas, what do you think's in store for NXT this Tuesday? Do you think Joe Hendry will be making an appearance very soon?
Didn't he just win? Didn't he just win a title?
Did he win a title? I haven't
Yes.
been keeping up on the
Yes,
on the
he
outside. He
won-
did.
He won a indie title. I think it's somewhere in the middle. So I'm not sure where, but he won a indie title recently. Oh,
That's
as a matter of fact, August, Joe Hendry's gonna be in my city.
Oh, you gotta go see Joe Hendry, Derrick. We gotta
Yeah.
get the collab of the century, dude. Derrick
Yeah.
and Joe Hendry. We gotta see it happen.
Yeah, I know. I can't wait.
Let's get it, bro. I love it. And you're getting Bad Blood in your neck of the woods in October, dude.
Yes.
You're thriving. My man's in the ATL. He's thriving right now.
Yes.
Premium live events and appearances. Listen, fellas, Joe Hendry appeared, not in physical form, but in video form. So I think things are going to heat up in NXT this week. But do you agree with this question? NXT Heatwave was better than Money in the Bank. Agree or disagree, Marcus?
Agreed.
Brandy.
Absolutely not.
Ooh, I like it. Derrick.
I say agree.
Brandy, why do you say absolutely not?
I just feel like it was way more fun. Like, who did somebody throw a ladder at somebody else at this event? Like, what do you mean? And that happened like 12
All right.
times.
All right. Fair is fair here. I respect that. I
To
respect
be
that. Some bonus
expected.
points.
Oh, dude.
It was more.
They're ladder matches.
Yes, but there was a lot
Ladder
more
matches
liberties this
where
year. It felt
the
weird.
fans still chant, "We want tables."
That is
That's valid.
You gotta love.
That's
fans.
what I wanted.
You gotta love spoiled wrestling fans when it
Mhm.
comes to the table wants. You know,
Yeah.
we've gotten some good chants from crowds these last couple
I think
nights. I will say we had a wild one for Damian Priest. I don't know if you guys caught that one. I can't say it because the founder and the president might find me just for the sake of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Well, I gotta-
Fellas,
Yeah. Go ahead.
go ahead, Derrick. No, please. What do you got to say?
I was about to say Toronto was definitely a hot city for both Money in the Bank and NXT because I think for especially for being outside of the U.S. also because they're way up north. I gotta say they are just doing their thing this weekend, so you gotta give a hats off to Toronto.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Toronto, indeed, Derrick. I agree, but
They definitely seem like a great wrestling.
they did not touch France. I don't know. France still to this day.
No, France
me.
is another level. I'll tell you that right now. It still is.
We'll see what Berlin and Germany have on deck for us at the end of August. Folks, match of the night.
Can't wait.
Which match and why? Hey, listen, MSG was popping. I ain't saying
No.
nothing.
I say Backlash Puerto Rico.
Yeah, I'm always gonna say it's Backlash Puerto Rico. Listen, I was there.
Okay. All
Any
right.
chance to say it?
Don't get Puerto Rico.
Any chance to say it? I'll say it. I was there, and it was, like Corey Graves said, the roof was about to pop off.
I can only imagine, man. How the Bad Bunny sing along, dude. Him making that entrance. That's electric.
It was a concept.
I'll give that to you. I'll give that to you. All right, we're gonna rapid fire. Then we're gonna get some closing remarks, and we're gonna let you guys go to sleep because this is the nightcap. We are late night. What match of the night? Which match and why? I will start with the Devastator himself, Derrick. Match of the night. Why?
I would definitely say Sol Ruka and Kalani Jordan. For the reasons I said earlier, both of them have mad chemistry together. The clothespins, the movement, and everything. And all I can say is I hope they run it back very sooner than later because I think that's truly a mad classic in my opinion.
I like it. Good take. Respect. Brandy Savage, which match was your match of the night and why, my man?
I gotta say it was the tag team match. And the reason why is because, look, man, that Chase U, I've never taken him seriously. I've taken Duke Hudson seriously, and I've gotten mad that he's felt like he's being held back. But tonight, I felt like Chase U took a step forward. And I got to say, Thea Hale, the other two, Duke Hudson, Andre Chase, not really Kelly, Ryan Osborne, whatever his name is. But if we see a dark side of those guys, like that's something like I feel like every time they turn on the Jets to take it serious, it's like, oh, I could take it serious with them. And I'm a fan of Chase U tonight.
Ooh, we got a new fan of the U, folks. Welcome to the U, Brandy. We're glad to have you here. I didn't even know this is a thing. the admissions, we'll steal the Miami University of Miami's thing. It's fine. They're not coming for me. And last but certainly not least, my guy, the founder, Markus. Match of the night and why, my good brother?
I gotta give it to Kalani Jordan and Sol Ruka, and there's only one reason why. Those two women tonight definitely showed all of wrestling fans that women's wrestling is in great hands.
Bam. Well said. Women's wrestling, I'm going to tell you, this is a hot take right now for your host. Women's wrestling is carrying NXT, and very soon they will be carrying the main roster because women's wrestling has been the best it has ever been in its history, I think, across WWE, hell, even across AEW and TNA. And we'll go to Mexico. We'll go to Japan. I'll tell you, women's wrestling has been on fire across the globe. And my match of the night, tag team match. I'm with my man Brandy here. So we got 2 for the Kalani and Sol match. We got 2 for the tag team match. Tell me what your match of the night was on social media or in the comments before we wrap it up. Any closing remarks on NXT Heatwave tonight? My lovely, handsome panel of esteemed gentlemen, scholars, what prestige, all of the above I've got here tonight. Any closing remarks before we let the people go to sleep?
Just keep on cooking, Sean. You're doing great things.
Keep on cooking. Let Chef Michaels cook. Brandy, any closing remarks?
Hey, man, I agree with him. Just keep on cooking. But, just let him get back to hard hitting because that Julia versus Lola Vice match would have been way better if you just let him hit hard. I'm just saying. Now, that's probably why we're not even getting it.
Okay. I like it. Hot takes all around tonight. Derrick, last but certainly not least, closing remarks on NXT Heatwave.
All I can say about it, I know we totally missed the NXT Black and Gold era. Well, the way things are going right now, and the problem not going to be back to that, but it's on its way being close to the Black and Gold vibe.
I agree, man. I think NXT right now might be almost hitting that crescendo of better than Black and Gold. And that's a hot take. I love me some Black and Gold, but if NXT keeps trending the way it is, I agree. They might be the best iteration of NXT we've ever seen. And you can give credit where it's due with the Performance Center, the coaching staff, Shawn Michaels, and all of those coaches and trainers backstage because they are killing it. Let's see here. We got match of the night, Roxanne Lola. Okay, so someone did like Roxanne and Lola other than me, so I respect it. fellas, I want to thank you for joining me on the Nightcap for the first time. I'm sure you will see these faces here again. Make sure you follow Four Sides of the Ring. Their socials are scrolling the screen. Make sure you subscribe to Four Sides of the Ring on YouTube. Check them out. They are an incredible group of dudes, and they are doing the damn thing. Make sure you subscribe to Derrick the Devastator. You guys got anything to plug before we get out of here? Here's your chance.
Hey man, you guys check out Opinionated. On the first episode, Mike actually competes, and I won't spoil nothing.
Let's just say Martin's got a receipt.
Yeah, we'll drop this on the Nightcap too. We are going to open up the signing for season 2 of 3 Count Trivia following SummerSlam. So pay attention to all socials that we have, because if you think you know some wrestling trivia, get yourself a tag team partner and come try out.
Ladies and gentlemen, breaking news tonight on the Nightcap. 3 Count Trivia is coming back. Oh, baby. I love when I got the founder coming on my show to break news. Folks, 3 Count Trivia is electrifying. It is awesome. It is fun, and it's heartbreaking. Me and the president, Michael Davis, we went the distance. We were bested by Wrestling in the Middle. And good luck to them if they sign up, because the rematch is coming. We're coming for the gold and championship culture. We are coming for you, and we're coming for that gold. We are out of here, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to my panel for joining me. We're out of here, folks. Go enjoy your week, and let's get set up and reset for a new week of wrestling.